Gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight, she wears black trunks. She tipped the scales 52.5 kilograms, holding a professional record, 9 fights, 3 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws. Trained by Brian Peden, fighting out of DP Gym, hailing from Brisbane, Queensland. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome for Kori Killer Farr. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing her opponent, boxing out of the blue corner. Tonight, she wears the white trunks with the pink trim, tipping the scales 53.25 kilograms, holding a professional record, 26 fights, 19 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, 10 big wins coming by way of knockout. Trained by Luke of Meldon, fighting out of the Fortitude Valley Boxing Club from Slacks Creek in Queensland. Ladies and gentlemen, the former WBC Silver Super Bantamweight champion. Let's welcome Shotgun Shannon! When the action gets underway, your referee, Mr. Steve Marshall.
Not even close, Phil Austin. Red corner, blue corner. Come here, ladies. All right, I've already given you both your instructions in the dressing room. I'm just going to tell you again. Obey my command. Times. Touch them up, back you go. Best of luck to you both. Good luck, girls.
Okay, so Kori Farr and Shannon O'Connell to get us started here on Fox Sports this evening. These two have done a lot of rounds of sparring before, and it's always very, very willing. No doubt that will be the case again with a Commonwealth title on the line. Shannon O'Connell weighing in, as I said, the lightest ever in her professional career. And Ted Kofi, she looks in incredible condition.
Yeah, she's in great nick, and I was very impressed with her last fight against Carly Fulmer. And let's see how she progresses in this fight. But look, she's obviously very determined, great trainer, and the women's boxing is a light now.
Oh, it is flying in Australia and around the world. So many great female fighters, and Shannon O'Connell right at the very top as she has been for years and gets through with a good right hand there.
Head up in there, Kori, and don't push down on the back of the head. Box!
It was a nice one too, with a nice right hand there.
It's a little warning on the run from Phil Austin, our referee. Farr tries to lead it, but
right, step back.
O'Connell with the stronger punches early in this fight. 2-minute rounds for the females, and halfway through the first we are right now. Ted, you mentioned that fight against Kylie Fulmer on the Horn Zoo card. Just such an impressive performance, so dominant.
It was very impressive, you know, and Fulmer's been training out in Vegas, so she had good fundamentals, but O'Connell was just too much. I mean, coming into this fight even, you see she's taken the centre of the ring. She's very alert. She wants to just do everything correctly, and this fight's going to catapult her to great opportunities.
Just misses with a right hand and is countered by Farr there. That fight we mentioned in August, that was for the Australian Super Bantamweight title, which she won. Dropping down to Bantamweight here for a Commonwealth title shot. And probably more watchful than we expected to see Shannon O'Connell in the early stages of this one, but I guess they've done so many rounds together. They both know a bit about each other, Ted.
Yeah, you can see the respect.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big thank you to our Bout sponsor this evening for this contest.
It's the end of the first rounds on our live coverage from Brisbane this evening. Shannon O'Connell sits down, pretty satisfied. Didn't exert herself in the opening round. They were both just having a look at an opponent that they know a lot about.
Yeah, you can see her working off the jab there, just trying to set things up. Stable in the middle of the ring. The nice right hand that you mentioned earlier there, Ben, was the landing, and then just a bit of tangling for the referee to split them up. But you can see this is quite evenly matched and somewhat competitive.
Great punches to start with. You will knock this bitch right out. So get the fucking work going.
Okay. Strong words in the corner of Farr. And we get set to resume for this second round.
Round 2.
Maybe they up the energy here in our second round. Shannon pushes forward.
Stop, 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 stop. Time, come in for a second. Okay, both of you contributing to this. You can't keep coming in with your head down, all right? You've got to come in with your head up, it's dangerous. And you are getting into the headlock. We've got to tidy this up, girls. Box!
Good referee for Austin.
Always lays down the law, nice and early too, so not letting this get scrappy.
I think the thing about these two girls, because they know each other, they're waiting for the counter punch, Ben. You know, they're waiting for, one of them are waiting for each other to commit, and it's creating those little bits of lulls, but some action here.
Yeah, good shots from both. They were waiting on the counter and both saw it.
Keep your head up. Box!
She's ducking in, isn't she, Farr, when she comes forward?
She sure is.
Right!
And again, O'Connell happy to headlock and walk backwards, and now they're back at this punching range. Let's see if they tidied up themselves halfway through round 2. Good shots, O'Connell. Right hand over the top, got through.
Stop! No, not
And that's a bit messy.
It is. Farr's just trying to show her that, you know, who's boss. I'm not afraid. I'm strong. I'm in here. And this is what's created this little bit of a, this dynamic thunder.
The right hand got through again on the end of that exchange from O'Connell.
There you see Farr just putting her foot down, just doing that half feint, and O'Connell come back there with 4 punch combination.
She led the way there, didn't she, Ted?
Yeah,
Farr, and she wore a few shots for her trouble.
Good body work. Not that I like seeing women punch each other in the stomach, but it was a good shot.
Great variety of punches from O'Connell in her most recent outing, and now she presses forward right on the bell.
Round number 2, ladies.
Really strong finish to the round from Shannon O'Connell.
Round 5 proudly brought to you by Tasman Fighters. Visit them online, tasmanfighters.com, in conjunction with D&L events.
And she looks very relaxed in the corner as we have a look at the highlights, Ted, from round 2.
Yeah, you can see the rough tactics in there, you know, both trying to kind of state their authority. And then the girls just having that dynamic thunder, as we mentioned, with the throw on the floor. That's just a bit of a show of to say that I'm here from Farr.
Really good action through the course of this card this evening. Next up, we'll have a look at Luke Woods from Tasmania against the really impressive youngster out of the Stretton Boxing Club, Andrew Hunt. Danny Kennedy fights for Ben Kite's Australian title. Tay Singh, he's the middleweight Australian champion, and Isaac Hardman is gunning for that. And then we have our main event with Justice Hooney, his second pro bout against Arsene Fosso, originally from Cameroon, now calling Canberra home. And so far, both of those gentlemen have knocked out every opponent they've faced. O'Connell presses forward, good shots, nice long straight shots, and just wore one off the back, but she's dominant in these exchanges.
Yeah, she's moving well to the body and the head. A lovely jab there, just to set up that momentum she's trying to grab hold of. And though they both have a counter-punching style, they're getting some shots off now.
Right, step back.
Or more so.
Watch the heads coming in, watch the heads.
Working to the body is O'Connell. They tangle.
Both of you are holding.
Yeah, O'Connell seems to be throwing the more punches in bunches. And here you see that counter waiting now. O'Connell needs to just keep working the jab while she's in the middle there waiting. Good
Don't
work.
hold it there, don't hit hold. Right, coming in, both of you are holding. That goes for you too.
A little dressing down from Phil Austin. There is a bit of holding. They're waiting. Then when they go, they both go. Good jab, O'Connell. Body shots, O'Connell. Farr
Right.
burrows
Kori,
in.
that's you again. You're bringing with
They
the head
break
too low.
again.
Keep your head up.
I think the strength of Farr is creating a bit of this dynamic tension that's going on in here. See, this is the weight in the countering. Each fighter doesn't want to go first for the fear of being hit back.
That's the end of the round, ladies and gentlemen. Another magnificent round.
3 down.
Professional boxing here at the Fortitude Music Hall. 3 rounds down, ladies and gentlemen. A big thank you to our proud partners of this bout, Fortitude Boxing Club. Located
Here's the action from the third.
Yeah, nice jabs, nice straight punches to the head and the body. Farr's in there all the time, taking the shots, coming back, holding and grabbing in there. And this is what Phil Austin doesn't like, but it's effective for Farr. You know, it keeps her in range and it keeps her, you know, asserting her strength.
You go first. Hey?
She did hold my head.
Yeah, well, don't let her. Throw your punches so she can't.
Okay.
Okay? You've got to throw your punches, mate. That way she can't hold you.
Okay.
She'll start scoring. Okay, Dave?
So the corner of Farr, Brian Peden, he'd like to see her lead the action a little bit. Let's see if she takes that advice or if she stays in that counter-punching role.
That's a fair point. She could do with leading with the jabs a little bit more and set her punches up better. But I think we've already seen a bit of a pattern in this fight, and I'm afraid it may remain the same.
She does have a really nice counter right hand, Shannon O'Connell. And she just looked to throw it there, didn't quite find the mark, but it's been a big shot for her.
Not around the back of the head.
Through her career.
Step back. Stop!
Oh, headbutt.
Shannon, that was deliberate. You do that again, I'm taking a point. That's it was. You all right?
No nonsense, ref. No nonsense.
Heads coming together a lot, but that one intentional.
There you go. This is where Farr needs to lead with that jab, which her corner wants, but it's a bit of a waiting game. It's even though it's only 4 or 5 seconds, it's accentuated when you're waiting for someone to take that first shot. Again, O'Connell just popping that jab out first and touching again.
A lot of familiarity between the pair of them. You can tell that. They know what's coming at times, and it's just causing a little bit of apprehension with leading as O'Connell leads with 2 right hands.
No.
They both miss with wild shots.
Yeah, the check left hook she was looking for. See, the difference in this fight is, there you go, O'Connell's throwing the punches in bunches and Farr's throwing the single shots, and so far that's the differentiator, even though some of the rounds may seem quite close.
That was that counter right hands that I mentioned. She threw 2 of them, O'Connell, and both were strong punches. That's her shot.
Nice left hook.
There it is. Right hand after the left hook. And again, we have action to the bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep the noise nice and loud here.
Some slower stages through the middle of that round, but strong stuff to finish it. How are you scoring this, Ted?
I've got it 40-36, 1, 2, and 3, very close. I just gave the last round to O'Connell again. She's just doing a little bit more. You can see here that deliberate headbutt that Phil Austin didn't miss for a second. And though the scorecards might reflect a shutout, it is a little bit competitive with the strength, but there you see the shots, the combination punches, which has been the differentiator.
Open close that gap, doing a number on her, make her overreach, hit a couple of straight ones, and I reckon after this chance she'll start to build a bit, alright? Nice and simple this here, no risk, alright?
If you're aware in the corner, well, we're keeping an eye on that eye. There has been rules that come on the back of head. You got no problem seeing out of that?
Swelling around the eyes from these clashes of heads, but nothing too dramatic as they resume the action here in round 5. A jab there from Shannon O'Connell. It's her right eye that's the major concern. Swelling produced early, but it is worsening. There's a nice jab from Farr.
Yeah, this is the first round that Farr has actually responded with some very decent jabs very early on, and it could be the difference.
Kori there, don't hold. Break, step back.
Deep into the body is Farr, and O'Connell countering, and a nice right hand from Farr, but she receives some back. Just a lull here as Farr jabs away. O'Connell gives herself some time, now comes forward. Big right hand from Farr.
Nice right hand.
This is her best round so far.
Absolutely. And that familiarity can breed some caution because you kind of know what's coming back. But it's good action. They both ran to the middle of the ring, and pretty much that's where they're staying. O'Connell's reverted to single punches in this round, and I think Farr's doing a little bit better. Good shot, good right hand.
Better stuff from Farr in this 5th round. Just taking her time and watching is Shannon O'Connell, and Farr is now as well after her strong start. That's better, O'Connell.
That's the end of round number 5, ladies and gentlemen.
5 down. Interesting round that from Shannon O'Connell. Whether she just gave herself a break or
yeah, sometimes
it was
that,
just stronger stuff from Farr.
Sometimes it happens, and I think it's a bit of both. You could see that Farr was throwing the solid jab there, which landed, working body, coming back up to the head, and basically throwing more than one punch in this round, and it was just a lot more effective for her.
Start working the body and the head, please. Go first. You don't hit it the first time, step and do it again, but so far.
Yeah, they want activity, and it's good advice because she looked a lot better in that previous round, leading the action and just worrying O'Connell out of her shots at times. It'll be interesting to see how O'Connell responds in this next round. Maybe she was just giving herself a little break.
Well, we're into the second half of this championship fight, and again, as in every single round, they've come to the center and looking to who creates that dominance. Nice left hand, just lost a bit of balance there, Farr did.
He just clipped her, and Farr went flying for a moment, but not too much on it. But it is a little bit busier from O'Connell than the previous already.
You can already see that. You can't sleep on Farr, though. I mean, she looked quite sturdy in the middle. She doesn't look like she's been tremendously hurt or anything. And obviously they know each other pretty well. But, you know, the thing about it is when they're waiting, O'Connell's just doing the extra work.
Watchful again here at the halfway mark of round 6. These two just studying each other, looking for that opening. Just moving around and feinting, and
nice job.
There's a decent jab from O'Connell. She's throwing some strong jabs, but she's not going back to it. Farr lobs in a right hand and then takes one behind the head. O'Connell away easily from that attack.
Yeah, nice evasion.
Better from Farr, but then there were good counter shots as well from O'Connell. Just posturing again, the pair of them, as we get towards the ends of this round. Do they attack like they have late in rounds?
Yeah, nice straight down the middle there from Farr. As a response.
Happy to head to the stalls.
The National Boxing Series,
Turning into a tense fight here. You giving some rounds to Farr the last couple, or you're still fighting to Shannon O'Connell?
No, I gave 5 to Farr, and I gave the last round even. That's on my unofficial scorecard. It's starting to balance up a little bit now, but as you can see here, a bit nice inside work or nice jab there from O'Connell. Farr's been in the game the whole time. You can see she's working, trying to get the check left up, but took a right hand there herself. It's good action.
Hold your nerve when you see that opening bang, drop it in, and she steps into range, you know? Even if she's got the hand up. shoot in.
Sometimes when you're in front of a lump, just move off a little bit instead of staying directly in front. All right?
Don't fall into the right hand. No.
Okay, so they want to see her counter-punching. Really what we want to see. We want to see some action.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to help the trajectory of this fight at all. She needs to be leading like that, double left down. You see the effect straight away. This is what Connell needs to do, throwing those punches in bunches,
Stay off the back
taking
of the head,
control.
Shannon. Break, step back.
Little elbow on the side there. Nice jab again.
Both in extremely good condition, and it's been a tense fight, but they won't be exhausted from the action so far. So let's see what happens as we get into these latter rounds. Does this one kick off? Because at times, a little slow.
It's been tactical, hasn't it, Ben?
It has.
It's been very tactical.
Very watchful from both of these fighters. A lot of skill involved. And good jabbing too in this 7th round from O'Connell. Big right
Nice right
hand.
hand. That's the biggest punch of the fight for her.
It is, and she closes in on Farr, who's against these ropes. Is she hurt or just stunned by that shot?
Somewhat
Well,
stunned, I'd say.
O'Connell's going to test her out. Just looking for that opening, not rushing. And if she was hurt, she's okay now, is Kori Farr.
Oh.
Big shots, and down she goes.
3, 4, 5.
That's what she's been looking for, Shannon O'Connell. And in this 7th round, Kori Farr has been hurt once and dropped once.
Yeah, that's going to make a big difference in the fight. That should make O'Connell very eager now and just really push her, start throwing those punches in bunches, try and push her back and knock her down again.
Yeah, she's just watching here, jabbing strongly though to finish her best round of this fight. Good stuff from Shannon O'Connell at 10-8 rounds. And a round that puts her in a very difficult position to catch for Kori Farr as we have a look at the replay. That was the big right hand. It wobbled her early.
A lot more aggression in there from O'Connell. Oh, top of the head it looked like.
Yeah, it was too. Just knocked her off balance. Maybe that cumulative effect of the earlier shot. But
If you hit her and rock her, she takes back some of steps back. Step up, get the jab going, jab your way in the distance, and let both hands go. Nice and short and fast. All right, put them together.
Don't make the mistake of rushing in because she's going to throw some wild haymakers.
okay, so they want to be watchful here with O'Connell. We wanted to drive forward.
Yeah. It's pretty good advice though. She could walk onto a haymaker. Look, I think Farr's going to have something to prove. She knows her quite well, and she's like, I think I'm on an even field with her. She's going to probably try and get something back.
8th round of 10. And O'Connell in a dominant position now after that knockdown in the previous rounds. She had a good start to the fight too, so took a lead. And there she goes down hard.
Beautiful.
Big right hands from Shannon O'Connell, and can Kori Farr get up and continue here? She's on a knee, but she shrugs.
You're right.
And she is up.
Okay, defend yourself. Box!
And here comes O'Connell.
Who's going to look to finish it for sure. Oh.
Takes a big shot though.
Work your way out of it. Right.
Kori Farr threw a big shot at O'Connell, who was closing in. Just jarred her head back for a moment. But O'Connell has her right where she wants her.
Oh, nice shot.
Stop, stop, stop. Box.
Big right hand should do it here for O'Connell. She'll look for the counter right hands if Farr decides to lead.
Yeah, Farr looks like she's struggling a little bit of anguish here, and O'Connell looks eager, alert. She's bouncing. She's looking for that big right hand. There you go, working nice off the jab, just setting it up.
Farr just happy to buy some time here, 8 the clock and stay on her feet.
And O'Connell's actually given her quite a bit of time, Ben. I'm surprised she hasn't jumped on her. Oh, there you go.
She's looking for that counter shot. She wants the big right hand. She knows that's her punch. Not getting an opportunity to throw it.
That's the end of round
Another 10-8 round for Shannon O'Connell, who has to be in an uncatchable position, barring a lot of knockdowns.
Well, here you see the action. If the other one was a graze on the head, then that was a solid right hand, pretty much on the chin. No question about that at all.
Yeah, right on the point of the chin, that one, and
Yeah,
down she went. And then as O'Connell closed in, there was a good moment for Farr.
Nice counter.
Okay, well, we're seeing good action now.
Because you know she can punch, and she's going to be looking for that desperate punch. Clean, lovely boxing, left hand back. Don't drop it down. All right, you're boxing lovely, all right? You don't put away.
The team from the Fortitude Valley Boxing Gym just trying to keep her measured and calm here, Shannon O'Connell. But with a knockdown in each of the previous 2 rounds, she'll be looking for it.
Yeah, it's a long road back for Farr, so she's got to look to do something extremely dynamic and effective in the last couple of rounds of this fight.
They're all very wary of her power, O'Connell and the corner. So let's see if she can produce it. Kori Farr needs something big to turn this fight.
She does indeed.
Pressing forward, O'Connell.
But if you
right hand.
If you look at the alertness, the body language, O'Connell seems to be right on song. I mean, Farr looks a little bit, a bit dazed still, if I dare say.
It's a big shot in the previous round, right on the point of the chin. Right hand sent her down. Just beat the count, and she continues halfway through the second last round of this fight.
Yeah, O'Connell was giving me instructions to be smart, don't run onto anything, just box, and that's exactly what she's doing.
Big right hand from O'Connell, and she closes in now, and Phil Austin...
Oh, took a right hand for a measure.
Phil Austin will be happy to stop this if Kori Farr is in trouble again, I think.
He's looking closely.
O'Connell just watchful again, just lets her off. Farr waiting, perhaps looking for a big counter shot to bring herself back into it.
Oh, took a right hand there from Farr.
Good shot from Farr.
Excellent.
Got through right into the cheek of O'Connell.
Time.
That's the end of round number 9.
And 9 down.
Hands together. Both of our ladies putting up
Strong stuff from both. She had good moments in that round, did Farr, as we review the highlights of the 9th.
Yeah, you can see O'Connell just pushing in there with the combination punching, just taking control, using her strength, asserting herself. But Farr, like I said, you can't sleep on her. She's counter-punching, looking for that good shot, the right hand there. Beautiful. And another right hand just for the measure. She took the shots, but she gave back a nice receipt with that right hand.
The right hand off the ropes may have saved Kori Farr from having this fight stopped on her, because the body language of referee Phil Austin indicated that he was about to jump in and say that'll do, but she produced that big shot, and we do continue into this final round of 10. The Commonwealth title is on the line, and Kori Farr needs a knockout.
Touch gloves. Box.
Awkward touching of gloves there at the centre ring, and they go again, these two sparring partners who've produced a good fight here to open the show. Shannon O'Connell well clear. What do you think, Ted? Does she look to finish it off here with a stoppage, or does she take us through and win on points?
Well, you know, she's obviously got some hell of a determination to come down and wait to do what she's doing. I think she's going to want to close the show, but her corner is telling her, box, be smart, don't run onto anything silly, and I think she's a little bit conflicted. So to answer your question, if she gets the opportunity, I'm hoping she'll go for it. But I think we might just see a little bit of a boxing clinic in this last round.
What a renaissance we're seeing in the career of Shannon O'Connell. 37 years of age, she's a mother of 3. And fighting at the lightest she ever has. Oh, takes a shot and gives one back. And she's in the box seat right now to win a Commonwealth title.
Beautiful. And even though O'Connell has kind of extended the points, it's been very competitive and very close.
And she had a spurt in the middle of this fight, did Kori Farr. Won at least one of the rounds, we would think, and perhaps another. But she's been down a few times since.
Takes
one.
left hook.
Pressing forward after eating that shot. Big jab, O'Connell. 10 seconds left in this fight.
Very entertaining fight.
Good jabbing from Shannon O'Connell, who works the body, and they close the show.
That's the end of the contest. Round of applause.
In the blue corner, working hard against each other. And Shannon O'Connell has added a Commonwealth title to her extensive collection. Tough stuff from that lady, Kori Farr.
Ten magnificent rounds of boxing. We go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges have scored this contest 99, 89, 98, 90 and 189, all in favour of your winner by unanimous points decision. Ladies and gentlemen, from the blue corner, new Commonwealth female bantamweight champion, Shotgun Shannon O'Connell.
First fight down of the night, and Shannon O'Connell gets that Commonwealth